"Grandma, why do you smell kind of funny?" Those words came from little Emma. She was just 6 years old. No judgment, just honesty. But for 69-year-old Carol Bennett, that simple question felt like a knife straight to the heart. Carol had always taken pride in her appearance. She bathed every day, used quality perfume. Her clothes were always clean, soft, and fresh from the dryer. But something had clearly changed. From that day on, Emma didn't run into her arms the way she used to. She would pull back during hugs, wrinkle her little nose. And when Carol picked her up, Emma would gently lean away. That night, Carol climbed into bed and pulled the blanket over her head. She didn't cry out loud. She just lay there in the dark, quietly hurting. Not because of Emma, but because she felt something slipping away. A closeness she once had now starting to fade. My name is Dr. James Walker. I'm 78 years old, and I've spent over 50 years working with older adults all across the United States. And what happened to Carol? It's something I've seen far too often. It's not about perfume or hygiene. It's about something almost no one talks about. Let me ask you, have you ever noticed something like this? You sit on a bench or on the bus, but no one takes the seat beside you. Your grandchild keeps a little distance. Or your daughter-in-law quietly opens a window, even when it's 55 degrees outside. And in your mind, a small voice asks, "Wait, is it me? Do I smell bad?" If that's ever crossed your mind, please hear me now. You're not alone, and it's not your fault. Research shows that nearly 99% of people over 60 naturally develop a certain body scent over time. It's subtle. You likely don't notice it yourself, but others can. And because it's such a sensitive topic, even family won't bring it up. They don't want to hurt your feelings, so they quietly step back. Meanwhile, you, someone who's always been neat and careful, are left wondering what's going on. Now here's the part one want you to hold on to. You can do something about it once you understand the root cause. And take just a few simple steps at home. You can feel a real difference in under a week. You don't need to buy pricey perfumes. You don't need fancy skin treatments. And you don't have to hide away from the people you love. In today's video, I'll walk you through exactly what to do. No fluff, just real, practical tips that work. Backed by decades of experience and real science that's easy to follow. You'll learn how to reduce up to 90% of that age-related scent. Feel fresher and more confident. Enjoy close, warm moments with your family again. And most of all, feel proud and at peace in your own skin. So please, stick with me to the end of this video. You may not realize it now, but what you're about to learn can change how you feel. Not just for today, but for the rest of your life. If this message touches you, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more people discover these life-changing tips. And if you want more simple, honest health advice, click subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss another update from me and my team. Let's grow stronger together. Wonder, why does the body sometimes smell different as we get older? It's not something people love to talk about. In fact, most folks avoid the subject because they don't want to upset their parents, their spouse, or someone they care about. But if we want to feel better, stay close to loved ones, and live with confidence, we've got to understand where that scent really comes from. Here's the truth. Changes in body odor as we age are perfectly natural, and science has some clear answers for why it happens. There are three main reasons. First, we sweat less as we get older. When you're young, your body can release up to 1 quart of sweat each day. That's about 4 cups. But after age 60, that amount can drop by half or even more. Now you might think less sweat sounds like a good thing. No stickiness, no wet clothes, no odor, right? Actually, the opposite can happen. Sweating helps your body push out toxins and waste. It also washes away bacteria from under the skin. When you stop sweating as much, those things stay on your skin longer. And that gives odor-causing bacteria time to grow. Robert Jenkins, 72, once said this to me. "I used to sweat so much, I thought it was a curse. Now, I hardly sweat at all. But the weird thing is, I still smell even after a hot shower." Who knew not sweating could be the problem? Second, your skin oils change with age. Your skin naturally produces oil to stay soft and healthy. But once you hit your 50s, the makeup of that oil begins to shift. Your body starts creating something called 2-nonenal. It's a type of fatty compound that develops when oils break down with oxygen. And it's the quiet reason many older adults have a lingering, musty scent. Younger people don't make this compound. But as we age, 2-nonenal becomes more common and peaks somewhere between 70 and 75. And here's the tricky part. It doesn't wash away with regular soap or water. It can stick to your skin, hair, pillowcases, even your clothes. Margaret Wilson, 68, told me, "I don't smoke. I eat healthy. I even spend money on good soap." But one day, my granddaughter said, "Grandma smells like an old attic." It broke my heart. Later, my doctor explained what was going on with this 2-nonenal stuff. Third, your mouth dries out. After age 60, the body may make up to 50% less saliva. And saliva isn't just for helping you chew or swallow. It keeps bacteria in your mouth under control. With less saliva, bacteria grow fast. Your mouth dries out, and you may develop breath that smells stale or sour even if you brush and floss every day. And the hardest part is, you probably won't notice it, but others will. Thomas Reed, 74, shared this with me once. "My grandson kept leaning away when I talked. I figured he was just tired of my old stories. Turns out, it was my breath. Nobody told me. I had to figure it out myself." Now here's the good news. These changes are natural. They happen to everyone. But once you understand what's behind them, you can take steps to manage them. Simple things, gentle habits, easy routines that help you feel fresh, clean, and confident again. Because growing older shouldn't mean feeling distant or embarrassed. It should be about feeling proud of who you are and the life you've lived. Let's keep learning, keep caring for ourselves, and keep those connections strong. You deserve nothing less. Tuda, we've all had moments where we catch a whiff of something that doesn't smell quite right. Maybe it's on our clothes. Maybe it's coming from our skin. Or maybe someone gently hints at that so-called senior scent. And what's the first thing most of us do? We reach for the cologne, spray some perfume, grab the deodorant, slather on scented lotion. We figure, hey, if it smells nice, it must help, right? Gerald White, 74, shared something with me I'll never forget. "My son gave me this cologne for Christmas. $80. Really high-end stuff. So I used it every day. Thought I was doing great. But then one afternoon, he came over and opened every window in the house. I just stood there, felt kind of embarrassed. Turns out, I might have been making it worse." And Gerald's not the only one. A lot of older adults do the same thing. It's a natural reaction. When we notice a scent on ourselves, we want to fix it fast. So we mask it. But what we don't realize is adding strong fragrance on top of body odor can actually backfire. Let me give you an example. Have you ever walked into a bathroom that hadn't been cleaned, but someone sprayed a bunch of air freshener? What do you smell? Not something fresh. You smell a strange mix of perfume and something unpleasant underneath. That's what happens when you try to cover up body odor with cologne or scented lotion. And remember, this kind of scent doesn't come from skipping showers. It's the result of natural changes as we age. Our skin produces different oils. We sweat less. And sometimes our mouth gets dry, which affects breath. These changes create what I call a base scent. And perfume can't erase it. It just mixes with it. The result? A smell that can be stronger, heavier, and more confusing to the people around you. Sandra Miller, 70, told me, "I wore my favorite perfume every day. I thought it meant I was taking care of myself. But one day, my daughter hugged me and said, 'Mom, you smell like a burnt candle.' I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. That moment really made her pause. And here's the thing. Most products on store shelves don't remove the source of body odor. They just put a temporary cover on it. They're made to smell good, not to clean deep. And when the natural scent underneath gets stronger, especially in spots like underarms or skin folds, that perfume starts to smell off. Another mistake? Using too many scented products at once. Deodorant here, lotion there, cologne on your shirt, room spray in the air. It all adds up. And before you know it, Someone walks in and opens a window without saying a word. So here's the real solution. It's not about finding the strongest perfume or using more products. It's about taking care of your body in a thoughtful, gentle way. Start with your skin. Use the right kind of cleanser. Stay well hydrated. Get a little movement in each day. And choose clothes and fabrics that breathe. Once your body is feeling clean and refreshed from the inside out, then a small touch of fragrance can be the cherry on top. It won't need to hide anything. It'll simply add to the natural warmth and comfort that people already feel when they're near you. And isn't that the feeling we're all after? There's something most people don't want to talk about, but it's something every older adult deserves to hear. You might be thinking, I shower every day, so why would I still smell? It's a fair question, but after more than 50 years helping folks feel their best, I've learned something important. It's not just about how often you shower. It's about how and where you wash. See, body odor doesn't come from every inch of your skin. Almost 90% of it starts in just a few key spots. I like to call these the hot zones. They're the places where sweat, oil, and bacteria quietly build up. And if they're not cleaned the right way, they can leave behind an odor. So let's talk about those zones and what you can do to stay fresh, clean, and confident. The first group, folds and creases. These are places where your skin touches itself. They stay warm, they hold moisture, and they're easy to miss. That includes the back of your neck, your armpits, under the breasts, your belly button, groin and inner thighs, behind the knees, and inside the elbows. These areas are often skipped or barely washed. And because the skin is delicate there, folks tend to go too soft. Deborah King, 66, told me, I used to think just warm water was fine. But once I gently cleaned those folds with a soft cloth, I could tell the difference in one day. And the best part, my little grandson finally curled up beside me again on the couch. Now the second group, hairy spots. This means your scalp, your armpits, and for some men, the chest and lower back. Hair holds onto oil, dirt, and sweat. If not cleaned properly, that mix starts to break down and smell. Here's what to do. Don't just rinse your hair. Use your fingertips to gently massage your scalp and get to the roots. Don't just splash water on your chest, get in there with mild soap and rinse well. And always dry those areas fully afterward. The third group, your feet and hands. Especially your feet. They're stuck inside shoes for hours every day. Warm, dark, and damp. Perfect for odor-causing germs. But here's the catch. Many older adults can't bend easily to wash between their toes. Or they forget that shoe smell usually starts with the feet. James Baker, 70, once said, once I started scrubbing between my toes and drying my feet before I put on socks, the whole living room smelled better. Even my wife noticed it, and she usually just opens a window without saying a word. So how should you clean these spots? Use warm water around 100 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. That's warm enough to clean without drying out your skin. Skip the hot water. It can be too harsh. Use a soft washcloth or a gentle sponge. Lather up with mild, low-scent soap. No need to scrub hard. Older skin is thinner, and a gentle touch is all it takes. And most important, dry off completely, especially in the folds. Trapped moisture leads to odor, and sometimes even skin problems. Bathing isn't just about smelling nice. It's about staying healthy and keeping those warm moments like a hug from your grandchild feeling good for both of you. It just takes a little shift in how you clean your body. But the results? You'll feel fresher. You'll get closer hugs. And the people around you may notice something's different in the best way possible. You don't always need to make big changes to feel a real difference. Sometimes it's the small, everyday habits done the right way that can keep your body feeling fresh, balanced, and clean. Many older adults think body odor is just about getting older. And sure, things like changes in sweat and skin oils play a part, but the way you live each day matters just as much. Here are 4 simple habits I've seen work wonders, not just for staying fresh, but for feeling better inside and out. Let's start with the first one. 1. Drink warm water throughout the day. Your body is like a natural filter. To help it do its job, you've got to keep it well hydrated. If you're over 60, aim for about 6 to 8 cups of warm water a day. That's around 48 to 64 ounces. Coffee and tea don't count here. Those can actually pull water out of your body. Warm water, especially in the morning, works gently with your system. Try this right after waking up. Drink a cup of warm water. It can help get your digestion moving, support your kidneys, and clear out overnight waste. Douglas Scott, age 71, told me, "I started drinking a glass of warm water every morning. Within a couple of weeks, my skin stopped peeling. My mouth wasn't so dry. And honestly, I didn't smell as strong anymore. It was subtle but real." 2. Get outside and walk a little every day. No treadmill, no gym, no pressure. Just 20 minutes of easy walking, outside, under soft sunlight. The best time? Before 10 in the morning or after 4 in the afternoon when the sun is gentle. A little sunlight helps your body make vitamin D, which supports your mood and your immune system. And gentle movement helps your skin breathe, releases toxins, and reduces odor. Helen Brooks, 68, said, "I just started walking circles in my yard. 10 minutes at first. Now I walk every morning. My body feels lighter, and I'm not so self-conscious when my grandkids lean in for a hug." 3. Shower daily, but be gentle about it. A daily shower does more than clean the body. It soothes the skin, clears away buildup, and keeps your body feeling fresh. Use warm, not hot water. Somewhere between 100 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit feels just right. Hot water can dry out your skin and weaken its natural barrier. Use a soft cloth or towel. Go for mild, unscented soap or something lightly scented, if you prefer. And after you rinse, dry off fully. Pay extra attention to skin folds, underarms, and any areas with hair. 4. Once a week, take time to soak. If you have a bathtub, try soaking once a week for 15 to 20 minutes. Keep the water warm around 100 degrees. That opens your pores, softens the skin, and helps flush out deep sweat and oils. Don't have a tub? No problem. Just take a longer, relaxed shower. And gently massage your body with your hands or a soft sponge. This helps circulation and encourages the body to refresh itself. These 4 steps might sound small, but if you do them regularly, you'll start to notice the difference. Your skin will feel softer, your body will feel cleaner, and the people around you might lean in just a little closer. Because caring for your body this way, it's not just about how you look or smell. It's a quiet, daily act of self-respect, and that's something worth holding on to. 5. Think of your body like a garden. When it's cared for the right way with the right fuel from food and water, it stays fresh, strong, and clean. But if you neglect what you feed it, things can start to feel and smell a little off. Here's something many people don't realize. Body odor doesn't just come from your skin or sweat. A big part of it actually starts on the inside with the food you eat. I've worked with thousands of older adults, and I've seen firsthand how small changes in your meals can lead to big changes in how your body feels and smells. Let's go over 4 simple food habits that can help you stay fresh from the inside out. 1. Eat more foods packed with antioxidants. As we get older, our bodies go through more wear and tear. This natural process creates something called oxidative stress, and it can lead to stronger body odors over time. Foods with antioxidants help calm all that stress inside your body. They clean up waste, support your cells, and make you feel lighter inside and out. Try adding more of these to your day. Tomatoes, apples, blueberries, strawberries, purple cabbage, carrots, brown rice, and whole grains. Here's a simple rule: if it's red, purple, or orange, it's probably a good source of antioxidants. Daniel Morgan, 76, said this to me once. "I started having an apple with breakfast and a tomato at lunch. 2 months later, my wife told me I smelled nicer. I hadn't even changed my soap." 2. Add water-rich fruits and vegetables. Staying hydrated helps your body flush out toxins. When waste builds up, it can come out through your skin, and that's where odor begins. Besides sipping warm water throughout the day, try eating more foods that are naturally full of water. Good choices include watermelon, cucumbers, pears, celery, zucchini, fresh tomatoes. Even one salad a day or a small smoothie can do the trick. Over time, you'll notice your body feels cleaner and it will smell cleaner too. 3. Cut back on coffee and alcohol. Now, I know this might be a tough one, but hear me out. Coffee and alcohol can dry you out. They make your body lose water, which means your systems have to work harder to push out toxins. That includes your skin, and yes, that can lead to stronger smells. Plus, alcohol breaks down into a chemical that escapes through your skin, and it's not exactly pleasant. Gregory Lane, 73, shared this with me. I used to sip a little bourbon every night out of habit. But when I stopped, I noticed something strange. My sweat changed. My breath was fresher. Even my pillowcases smelled better. 4. Boost your fiber to stay regular. Not everyone likes to talk about it, but constipation matters. When your bowels don't move regularly, waste sits in your body too long. And when that happens, toxins can sneak into your bloodstream and come out through your skin. To help things move gently and naturally, try oatmeal or whole grain toast for breakfast, brown rice or lentils at lunch, black beans or leafy greens with dinner, chia seeds or bananas as snacks. Even one high-fiber meal a day can make a difference. The truth is simple. Your body reflects what you feed it. If you fill your plate with clean, colorful, water-rich foods, you'll not only feel better, you'll smell better too. Naturally, gently, and in a way your loved ones can sense the moment they're near. 6. There's something few people talk about, but it can make a big difference in how others feel when they're close to you. It's your breath. For many older adults, dry mouth or a bit of odor when speaking is more common than you'd think. And even if you brush your teeth every day, if you're not taking care of your mouth the right way, you might still notice folks leaning back instead of leaning in. So let's talk about how to keep your breath fresh every single day. 1. Saliva, your body's built-in mouthwash. After you turn 60, your body makes less saliva. In fact, some people produce up to 50% less than they did in their younger years. You might feel it most in the morning. A dry mouth, a slightly coated tongue, or that faint, stale breath when you first open your mouth. Saliva does more than just keep your mouth wet. It helps rinse away bacteria, balances your mouth's pH, and protects your teeth. Without enough saliva, germs multiply fast, especially between your teeth and on your tongue. And those germs? They create sulfur-like compounds that leave an unpleasant smell. 2. Brushing isn't enough. Clean your tongue too. Here's something most people don't realize. Bad breath doesn't always come from your teeth. It often comes from your tongue. Take a look at your tongue in the mirror tomorrow morning. If you see a white or yellow coating, that's not just food. It's a mix of bacteria, dead cells, and debris. And brushing alone won't get rid of it. Instead, try a tongue scraper. They're easy to find, made of stainless steel or soft plastic. Use it gently. Start at the back of your tongue and pull forward. Just once or twice each morning will do the trick. George Miller, 70, told me. The first few times made me gag a little, but I stuck with it. And one day, my wife looked at me and said, "Hey, your breath doesn't smell like last night's dinner anymore." That was all I needed to hear. 3. Chew sugar-free gum to boost saliva. An easy way to keep your mouth moist is by chewing sugar-free gum, especially gum made with xylitol. That's a natural sweetener that fights bacteria and doesn't cause cavities. Chewing gets your saliva flowing again, and that cuts down dry mouth fast. You don't have to chew all day. Just pop in a piece after meals for about 10 minutes. Linda Carter, 67, said, "I carry a little tin of xylitol gum in my purse. After lunch, I chew one while I read the paper. Now my mouth feels fresh, and I don't worry when my daughter leans in for a hug or a chat." 4. A few things to avoid. If you want fresh breath, try to cut back on things that dry your mouth. Too much coffee or alcohol can pull moisture out quickly. Foods like raw onions or garlic may be tasty, but if you can't brush right after eating, they can leave a smell that lingers. And smoking? It dries your mouth, stains your teeth, and adds a strong odor that lasts. At the end of the day, good oral care isn't just about your smile. It's about staying close to the people you love, feeling confident in a conversation, and knowing you can speak and laugh without worry. Because sometimes the freshest breath says more than words ever could. 7. You step out of the shower, fresh, clean, ready for the day. But then a few hours pass, and somehow that old, musty smell is back. If this sounds familiar, it might not be your body at all. The real cause could be much closer. Your clothes, your bedding, or even your shoes. These are the things we touch every day. But we often overlook how much they affect how we smell, especially as we age. 1. Clothes that look clean but hold on to odor. Even if you only wore that shirt for a few hours, it sat against your skin. It absorbed oils, and it picked up little bits of sweat you probably didn't even feel. As we get older, the skin becomes drier in some places, but oil can build up more in others like the back, chest, or neck. Rewearing clothes without washing them? That buildup sticks around, and it creates a scent you might not notice, but others probably do. Try this simple routine. Change your clothes every day, especially socks, underwear, and undershirts. Stick to cotton fabrics when you can. They breathe better than synthetic ones like polyester or nylon. After washing, make sure your clothes dry fully. Don't let them sit damp in the dryer or in a pile warm. Wet fabric is a playground for odor-causing bacteria. Raymond Turner, 69, told me. I used to wear the same jacket all week. Then I started changing my undershirts daily and switched to lightweight cotton. One day, my son walked in and said, "Dad, your place smells way better." That tiny shift made my whole day feel fresher. 2. Bedding and pillows sneaky odor traps. You spend about a third of your life in bed. And even when you sleep, your body gives off sweat, oils, and dead skin. All of that ends up in your sheets, your pillowcase, and your blankets. If you only wash your bedding once a month, you're sleeping in a slow-building layer of odor night after night. Want to break that cycle? Wash your sheets and pillowcases once a week. If you can, dry them outside in the sun. Sunlight helps kill bacteria and naturally remove smells. If that's not an option, use the dryer, but make sure everything's fully dry. And the pillowcase? That's the big one. It touches your hair, your face, and sometimes even drool. Experts suggest changing it 2 or 3 times a week, especially if your scalp is oily. Carolyn Hughes, 72, said, "I always thought my pillow looked clean, but when I started changing the case every few days, my hair smelled fresher, and my whole room felt brighter somehow." 3. Shoes and socks, small space, big smells. Here's a surprise: your feet have over 250,000 sweat glands. That's more than any other part of your body. Even if you don't feel sweaty, your shoes are soaking it up all day long. Wearing the same pair every day without airing them out? That smell adds up fast. Here's what works. Change your socks every day. Cotton works best. Rotate between at least 2 pairs of shoes, so each pair gets a full 24 hours to air out. And at night, sprinkle a little baking soda inside your shoes. It naturally soaks up moisture and helps kill odor. Dennis Hall, 74, shared, "I leave a box of baking soda by the front door. Each night, I shake a little into my shoes. After a few weeks, my wife said, I don't need to crack the shoe room window open anymore." Taking care of your body is important, but the clothes, shoes, and sheets that touch your body every day, that's where long-lasting freshness really starts. 8. Have you ever stepped into a room, and even though there's no strong smell, the air just feels heavy, kind of stale? That's not just your imagination. It's what we call stagnant air. Air that's been sitting still, trapping odors quietly over time. And here's something many people don't think about. As we age, our bodies change in subtle ways. And those changes don't just affect us on the inside. They also affect the space we live in. If you're already caring for your body each day, don't forget about something just as important: the air around you. 1. Open the windows even just for a few minutes. We all love a cozy home, but sealed up windows and closed doors trap air inside. And even if you use candles or air purifiers, nothing beats fresh air from outside. Try this: open your windows for just 10 to 15 minutes in the morning and again in the evening. That's all it takes. Even cracking a window in winter can help. A gentle breeze can push out the old and bring in a new wave of oxygen. Harold Simmons, 75, said, I kept everything shut tight because of the cold. But my doctor told me just open the window a crack each morning. Now my bedroom doesn't smell stuffy anymore. And honestly, it feels better in there. 2. Let fresh air into rooms that hold the most odor. Not all rooms collect smells the same way. Some spots in your home build up moisture, heat, and everyday odors more than others. Think about the bathroom where steam, towels, and body products mix. The kitchen where food oils and cooking smells linger. The bedroom where you sleep, breathe, and sweat for 7 or 8 hours a night. If you don't have time to air out the whole house, start with just 1 or 2 of these rooms. 10 minutes of open air each day can make a big difference. 3. Use baking soda. It works better than you think. You don't need fancy machines or pricey sprays to clean the air. A small box of baking soda costing just a couple of dollars can go a long way. Here's how. Place an open box near the bathroom sink or trash can. Keep one in the kitchen, close to the stove or refrigerator. Sprinkle a bit inside shoes or onto carpets before vacuuming. Baking soda doesn't just mask smells. It absorbs and neutralizes them at the source. No heavy perfume. No chemicals. Just simple, clean air. Judith Foster, 70, told me. I placed a small open box in my bathroom. Within days, the musty smell faded. No more candles. No more spray cans. And the air felt cleaner without being filled with fake scents. 4. Don't forget the soft stuff curtains, rugs, and cushions. Fabric holds onto smells more than we realize. Curtains, carpets, throw pillows, and couch covers can trap old air for weeks. Try to vacuum these areas regularly using a vacuum with a HEPA filter. And when the sun's shining, place rugs or cushions outside for a few hours. Sunlight naturally kills bacteria and freshens fabric. Even just opening the curtains and letting light in makes a room feel alive again. Taking care of your home's air isn't just about odor. It's about comfort. It's about peace of mind. And it's about feeling refreshed with every breath you take. Because when the air is clean, you don't just breathe better. You feel better too. When people hear the phrase that senior smell, it can stir up all kinds of feelings. A little embarrassment, maybe even some sadness. Because nobody wants to be the one others quietly avoid. The one who makes someone crack a window or sit just a little farther away. But here's what I hope you remember most. Having body odor is not a sign that you've done something wrong. It's simply part of how the body changes as we get older. Just like gray hair, just like fine lines on the skin, and just like those things. There are simple ways to take care of it. You don't need fancy gadgets. You don't need to spend $100 on perfume. You don't even need to change your whole lifestyle. What truly makes a difference are the small, everyday habits. A warm glass of water when you wake up. A gentle walk around your block or in the yard. A meal with some berries or a handful of greens. A soft towel to gently clean behind your ears or under your arms. Cracking a window open for 10 minutes. Changing your pillowcase midweek. It may not seem like much, but these little choices add up. Your skin feels calmer. The air around you feels lighter. Your breath softens. And slowly, you notice a shift. In the way people sit close. In the way loved ones hug a little longer. And maybe, in how you feel in your own body. Over the years, I've worked with thousands of older adults. Folks in their 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s. And what I remember most isn't the science. It's the smiles. Like when someone says, "My grandson hugged me tight again." Or, "My wife stopped opening the bedroom window at night." Or just quietly says, "I feel good in my own skin again." And I believe with all my heart that can happen for you, too. Your body is your home. It's where you live every moment of every day. And when you treat it with just a little extra care, it gives you something beautiful in return. Comfort, confidence, and a sense of connection with the people you love most. It's never too late to start. Whether you're 62 or 82, you can always begin again. You can always feel better than yesterday. If you found these tips helpful, I invite you to share this message with someone you care about. Maybe a parent, a neighbor, a friend who lives alone. Because sometimes the smallest tip shared at the right moment can make a world of difference. And if you'd like more simple advice about health, food, and feeling good after 60, hit the subscribe button. Stay connected with us, because taking care of yourself should never be something you do alone. Be gentle with yourself, in every breath, in every meal, and in every hug from the people who matter most. That's one of the quiet gifts of growing older, and it's yours to enjoy. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I wish you a peaceful day, today and every day ahead.